universe. This is, of course, as you know, Metal4Metal here. I'm PJ Steven. That's Dennis Parker. And we're here to give you the Metal4Metal news. I hope you're ready because we're going to bring it to you hard and rough, just like college.
Yeah.
All right.
Just like prom night all over again.
Just like prom night all over again. And I don't remember my prom night, so it must have been pretty sweet. I don't remember your name either, too, sweetheart.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, sorry for the lack of the microphone, but we had some technical difficulties last week, and it's in the shop right now.
It's in the shop.
The microphone's in the shop, so.
Yeah, they don't. Radio Shack doesn't do things anymore.
I don't think they're even around. Yeah.
Well, they're Hurricane Electronics now.
Yeah, at least around here.
And I don't know what the hell. Now, is it still? Would it be Hurricane Electronics if it's in like Nevada, or would it be called Tornado Electronics?
Yeah, they would have to be appropriate to their geographical location, or else I'm just not going to shop there.
Well, that was the news.
Yeah.
You guys have a great. I will, before we get into the news here, I will tell you this story about what I've been listening to.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of Sabaton because my girlfriend and I went to Myrtle Beach for the weekend, or excuse me, for that day.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook pictures, you lucky fuck. Yeah.
It was fun.
I bet.
It was expensive, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was good to get away. And I went into the FYE at the mall that was there, and I walk in and I'm hearing I'm like, this sounds really familiar. What is this? And I go up to the old dude who's working there, big bushy mustache, just an awesome looking dude. And I was like, hey man, is this Sabaton? And the way he said, he was like, of course. The way he said, of course. I was like, hell yeah, man. So we started talking, and he was like, oh, you like, blah, blah, blah. He's actually seeing Iron Maiden June 9th in Charlotte with Ghost opening up. It's pretty cool. He told me a couple stories about how he used to hang out with the band Wasp all the time.
Really?
Yeah. And I forgot where he said he was from. You know what? I didn't even catch his name. I told him to look up the show. I don't know if he did, but
probably not. I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he didn't either. But either way, I mean, he's really cool to run into someone like that. So I've been I listened to Sabaton's latest record, The Last Battle. I didn't hear it when it came out. I think it came out in 2016. I didn't hear it. I guess it just must have gone through the slipped through the cracks. Yeah. But it's a really good album. I highly recommend it. Sabaton, The Last Battle. Really good shit. I've always been a Sabaton fan, but I just never. I don't even know what I would classify Sabaton as, because it sounds very power metal, but you could also, it reminds me of Amon Amarth a little bit. It's hard to classify it if I'm being real.
Yeah, I feel it.
Sabaton.
I feel it.
But
for me, the other day I need to switch out the CDs in my truck, so every now and then I don't know what I want to listen to, so I'll just close my eyes and I'll just randomly pick something, and it was The Very Beast of Dio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's got it was perfect, all of his greatest hits on there and shit. So, I'm always listening to Dio anyway. So
my favorite song, man, is probably Mystery.
Mystery?
Off Last in Line.
Yeah.
Or Last in Line.
Yeah, the Last in Line's a great.
I like that one. Sometimes I like that one better than Holy Diver. I love them both. But even Lock Up the Wolves.
Yeah, I was just saying, I really hadn't listened to Lock Up the Wolves in a while, and I went back and listened to it. And it's really an underrated album.
Record, yeah, I like it.
I think another really underrated one was Killing the Dragon. Yeah, that was one of the.
That came out 2002, right?
Yeah, it was
or something like that.
Yeah, I remember buying that at the mall back whenever the mall still had CD stores and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, Dio for me, definitely.
I think that's a pretty good mix. Sabaton and Dio. It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Also, real quick before we jump into this heavy metal news, I want to, guys, remind you that our website is up, metal4metal.com. Also, our Patreon account is up where you can pledge us $1. No, you never have to do that. You can always come back and get the free stuff here for the Metal4Metal. But if you pledge $1, we really appreciate it. We'll make a little bit of money, and of course, we can buy another microphone.
And
which would
we
be fantastic.
Shit, right?
That would be fantastic.
That'd be great.
So that's that's the Patreon account that we mentioned for a couple times. Also, we started a new segment called Meets Metal, and we've done our first episode earlier this week with Jason Willis, who was a terrific sport to be on the show. Jason Willis.
It's a really nice guy.
Yeah. Jason Willis has his own karaoke gig. He runs a comic book gig, and he also does professional wrestling for OSCW. So he's a really good Renaissance man. We had him listen to, well, why am I going to ruin the video for you?
Yeah, don't ruin
but
it.
definitely try and check it out this week. I believe
It'll be out sometime.
out.
We're not even really sure how it's going to look yet, but we'll figure it out.
We're really excited to bring you this new content, and we're also going to bring you all new content all the time. We have, I'm also going to get in the recording studio with the Gutter Saints coming up this week.
Oh, that's really cool.
To get you to do that. My limmy fell.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'll be in the studio with the Gutter Saints later on this week, and we will have a blast with that. I'll definitely get some great footage for you guys. Now, for the moment we've been waiting for. What's the news, Dennis?
Has anyone really been waiting for this? Okay, whatever.
The news.
Okay.
I have. I got shit to do.
We'll start it off with Metallica. All right,
Next.
Metallica's Hardwired To Self-Destruct has officially gone platinum.
I got some problems with that.
Yeah, okay. In just 26 weeks, Metallica's album Hardwired To Self-Destruct has gone platinum. Their last full-length release, Death Magnetic, hit that milestone in just 6 weeks, but that was back in 2008. Record sales are an entirely different beast nowadays. I definitely agree with that. It should be noted that the band boosted those numbers by offering a copy of the album with every ticket sold to their summer stadium tour. The tactic saw an album jump to number 2 on the Billboard charts in March. So, yeah, in this day and age, I mean, I guess you gotta pull some shit like this to go platinum. And I think it was probably important to them because every album of theirs has always gone platinum.
Yeah.
No matter what. So, and I did read some other things on this saying that they were also combining like streaming and some other, like, I don't know how.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, like, I don't, yeah, they did some kind of wish-washy math with this.
Just because the dynamic of record buying and album sales change doesn't mean that the platinum rules should change. If you don't go platinum, you don't go platinum. And it's one of those things where it's like, you don't have to do that to be a successful band. I don't understand. Well, I feel like they pulled strings to do that.
They had to do something wish-washy.
I think that's BS.
Yeah, because
if that's, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if that's the case, I mean, because, I mean, normally for a metal band nowadays, it's impressive to sell like 10,000 copies, like at least your first week. And then Metallica's saying that they sold 1 million. So, I mean, maybe. I think
it's just another case of Metallica getting too big for the britches again.
Yeah, I mean, and this is just in North America, I believe. They're just saying that it's gone platinum. This isn't even worldwide sales, as far as I know.
It's like they're making up the rules as they go. Like, that doesn't count, but that does, you know?
Well, they're just, I mean, I guess they're just figuring out different tactics to do it, but I mean, they're making their money, I guess, so.
Yeah, I suppose they are.
Good for them, making.
So Metallica goes platinum again. Fantastic.
Yeah, they got your money. Once more. Next piece of news. Danzig says he will do more shows with the Misfits now. He's changed his mind.
So he's changed his
mind again. Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. He said like it was over. You know, their tour's over. Yada yada.
Yeah, because they played at Riot Fest.
Yes,
and that was a big deal.
But now somebody asked him, was like, so you're gonna do it again? So the next day he changed his mind. So he just says, despite previous quotes saying that he wouldn't, don't get your hopes up for a new tour, but he's quoted as saying, I'm open to possibly doing some more shows. I don't want to tour, but if it happens and everything lines up properly, I would imagine there'd probably be a couple more shows. I don't know when, but I'll keep an open mind. And he also said that he would also have to do all the writing for it, which sounds a little conceited, but he did all the writing for the originals.
Right,
so,
but like,
I mean,
this new record that he just wrote,
it's awful.
Is really bad.
It is,
and it's just not good. Black Laden Crown. I don't know if you've heard it, but you should.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to like it. There's some parts that start out like
and then he starts singing.
And then it doesn't even sound like Danzig
this is
anymore.
great and all that he wants to do the Misfits again, but do we really need another Misfits Danzig tour if that's how it's gonna sound? I read an interview with this man saying that he's tired of like bands that can't perform live. But you can't even perform in your studio album. What makes you think you can do it live? No disrespect, Danzig. You could really whip my ass. I'm just saying.
And he would too.
Why are you talking shit when you can't even perform yourself?
When there's something coming out saying like it's bombed pretty much too, the whole album.
Yeah,
the
album's
pretty much sales wide.
So maybe that's why he changed his mind and wants to make some money with the Misfits.
Just go
get
back
some
to
of that Misfits money.
Yeah, just go back to the Misfits.
Listen. I mean, why don't you just pack it up? Maybe re-release your first record with Mother. And maybe do something like that. Do a little remaster.
You know, I wouldn't mind if the Misfits just got back Jerry only. Like,
Famous Monsters is such an underrated record because everyone just blows their load on Danzig, which Danzig's great and all, but that record is fantastic.
American Psycho.
American Psycho's great.
Really good. Yeah, Only is really underrated. He actually his solo album. It's pretty good too. Like, I've listened to a little bit of it, and it's not bad at all either.
I'm a big Misfits fan. Like we said, later on we're going to be doing a couple punk episodes up here, so I'm very excited. I'm very looking forward to that. I think that Danzig is just another one of them, one of those frontmen that just tries too hard, man. And you don't have to. You don't have to not want to do these shows with Misfits because for a while you weren't allowed to wear a Misfits shirt at a Danzig show, and now all of a sudden he wants to tour with them again. I think it's just to make a quick buck. I think that's all it's for.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, his
album just bombed. It's just how it goes.
He had a lot of shit to talk about the Misfits back in the day, and then I'm glad they're doing it again. I hope there's a reunion and they get back together permanently. I mean, that would be fine with me, honestly.
I wouldn't be fine with it if
really?
that's how he's sounding. No.
Well, yeah,
I'd be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Go see for yourself. Listen to the new album, Black Laden Crown by Danzig. If you disagree with me, that's great. Maybe I'm being too critical. Maybe I'm not taking his age into account. Whatever. But either way, it's not a good sounding record. It's not a good sounding voice, and I don't think that's going to be a good sounding
I could get past the voice, honestly, but the songs suck. Like, even with the voice.
Yeah.
Even if you just take out the voice, like, some of them start out like they're going to be pretty good, and then it's a fucking tailspin.
I compare it to when you see the hot chick at the bar that you think this is gonna really work out,
right?
And then she opens her mouth.
Right?
And it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Is that voice? It's just like,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's the problem.
All right, moving on. Corey Taylor says Slipknot is kind of slowly starting to write some new music. It's the first time we actually talked about Slipknot.
Yeah, I think Slipknot's a big deal in the metal universe. I really do. I think that I think it was different from what it was. They're mass, and people were talking about there's like 13 people on stage. Well, fuck it. I mean,
whatever, as long as it sounds good.
It's an orchestra with heavy metal. What do you not get about that?
Yeah, I guess back in the day with me, I kind of associated Slipknot into that kind of Limp Bizkit kind of genre, around there, kind of that new metal thing that was going on.
They were totally new metal.
Yeah. So I didn't really give them a fair chance at first. I heard some of their stuff, but later on, when I was working at the mall, I was kind of required to listen to them, and it wasn't bad. I mean, they got some good stuff there, but I'm definitely not the hugest Slipknot fan. But they do have a very loyal fan base, and I'm sure there's a lot of people really looking forward to coming for their new album to eventually come out.
Well, when their first album dropped, 99?
Yeah, it was right in the early 2000s.
And it was self-titled. But then
it was a big deal. Sold in. It ended up selling like 2 or 3 million copies.
Yeah, but then Volume 3, there's the Subliminal Verse. That was their big.
Yeah, that was the big one. That was the one that I actually started really paying attention to them. Like, that was when I pushed my fingers
to my eye.
That's
well, that has Before I Forget. I mean, and I'll never take it away from Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor is one of the best frontmans in heavy metal today. And we actually talked about that old man at FYE, the older guy at FYE. He brought up that nowadays in heavy metal, or metal in general, there's no guitar gods anymore. There's no guitar heroes. There's no there's no he said there's no Tony Iommi's. And I brought up that, and he also brought up that there's no front men out there that are taking control. Yeah. And I said, stop there, because I think Corey Taylor is the only front man that comes to mind that is the front man of heavy metal today. Whereas you had back in the day, you had guys like Joey Belladonna, Bruce Dickinson, front men, I'm not counting with the guitars, Because he can play the guitar sometimes when he sings, but I'm talking about usually just with the mic solo.
Right.
Ozzy Osbourne. I think that Corey Taylor, in the comparison of today's metal, stacks up with them. And that's maybe sound crazy to some of you guys, but compared to who? What, Miles Kennedy? Maybe. Miles Kennedy's alright. What, the Conspirators and Alter Bridge and shit? Whatever. But Corey Taylor really rocks it, and he can really put on a damn good show, too. And he does his writing, his all that. So,
he does.
Anyway, that's my take on Slipknot.
Well said.
So, the new music that's coming out, I'm going to be interested in it.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Most definitely. They're all working on their own kind of thing, and I get that. Corey Taylor's still with Stone Sour, thank you. And they're also going to be putting out a new EP here pretty soon, because they did 2 EPs that was like Meanwhile in Burbank, and then it was Straight Out of Burbank, and like now they're doing like No Sleep Till Burbank, which is just going to be another EP of covers. They were all covers. They were really good too.
Yeah.
So they're working on that too, if my memory doesn't escape me. I'm pretty sure that they're still working on that. Which brings us to our last piece of news, which I'm very excited about, because it's all 4 bands that I really love.
Venom Inc. announces North American tour. Venom Inc. is the new band featuring the original Venom members, has announced a Bloodstained Earth tour featuring support from Goat Whore, Toxic Holocaust, and the Convalescence.
And the Convalescence, if you ever saw our first episode, the Convalescence opened up for Prong, Sepultura, and Testament on our first episode that we saw when we did the meet and greet with Testament. And the Convalescence are a kick-ass fucking death metal band.
Yeah, it says here the track will kick off in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on September the 1st and visit several major cities in both the U.S. and Canada, coming to a close in Baltimore, Maryland on October the 2nd. So, yeah, you can go on Blabbermouth and see the full list of the tour dates and everything. Of course, they're not coming anywhere near us.
No, hell no.
No, nowhere near South Carolina. Well, I guess kind of sort of near South Carolina, but, I mean, we're going to have to travel. So.
Yeah, I would have to travel.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to a whole lot of Goat Whore, to be honest with you, but Toxic Holocaust I'm really into. They're, I put them in that level with, like, Carcass and shit like that. Like, I think they're that damn good. The Convalescence, I mean, they put on just a killer fucking show.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of them. I really am.
I would like to go see, just to see, honestly, Venom. Like, that would be awesome to see. I mean,
I'm telling you, man. Like,
I mean, that's one of the old school bands that I really got into. And interesting, like, there's a lot of people who associate them kind of as being the pioneers of black metal. Which I know, like, what was their sophomore album was?
1982.
Yeah, it was called Black Metal. But just because the album's called Black Metal doesn't necessarily mean they started the genre Black Metal, in my opinion. When I listen to it, it really just sounds like very early thrash metal.
And that's where I'm going to disagree with you there, because I think the lyrics is what makes it black metal.
Yeah.
Because thrash metal, I mean, you had thrash metal bands like Grim Reaper and shit like that, but even then they could be considered black metal because of the lyrics. Their lyrics are very much with Satan and just dark
Well, that's
forces.
why a lot of people also associate King Diamond with the origins of black metal too, just lyrically. Yeah, but just when you hear it musically,
it just sounds like thrash. It's not. I can agree with that. Yeah.
But if you get into the lyrics of it, yeah.
I mean, because their first record, man, like their first record, Welcome to Hell, had Sons of Satan. Like the title track was great. Live Like an Angel.
Yeah, we're just listening to that. It was really good.
League with Satan. When I first heard In League with Satan, man, I was blown the fuck away. And then there was At War with Satan, which was like, I mean, just an epic of metal.
Yeah.
And I was really into Venom. I really was.
Yeah. Venom's a great band.
Yeah, and they came up.
And they got a great logo, man. I just want the Venom shirt, man. That is just like, I feel ashamed I don't have that Venom shirt. You know what I mean?
My roommate, Danny, Danny has the that shirt.
But
it's with ice creams on it. It's funny.
Yeah, with the cat.
But you know what, man? I mean, like Genocide and Cry Like a Wolf. Those are 2 singles off At War with Satan. I mean, they're really such good writing.
Yeah.
And I really love Venom. I'm really into them. Actually, there's something we have to do with the Convalescence.
Anytime.
I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Anytime we bring up the Convalescence now, this is going to be a Metal4Metal tradition. Anytime they come up in the news, anytime they're mentioned, we are going to have to take a shot of their hot sauce. that we got at the Testament show.
And that is indeed their hot sauce.
It is a fucking shot of pepper spray in the mouth.
It really is.
It is what it is. But
it is about 1 o'clock.
Almost 1 o'clock right now.
So I'm gonna have the shits before I go into work.
Yeah, you're gonna have some
and that's fine.
You're gonna have the early morning hurting poops.
And that's fine with me because it's for metal and it's for the catharsis. And if you saw our first episode, we did this again. So heavy metal.
Cheers to you, convalescence. Oh. Yes, Lord. Jesus
Christ.
Woo. Shit. Well, thanks for that. You gonna be okay? I'll tell you what.
Goat whore also has her.
I'll tell you what. While his throat's recuperating, we're gonna spring the question or topic of the week.
I gotta answer this question with my mouth burning?
Yeah. While with your mouth burning. All right, PJ. I want you to think.
I haven't heard this question now.
Nope. I just thought of it about 20 minutes ago. That is some really hot shit, dude.
That's really hot, yeah.
It's really hot. Excluding Iron Maiden and Metallica, because those are our two favorite bands, or yours, mine's Metallica. Your favorite Sophomore album of all time? Sophomore meaning their second album.
Excluding Metallica.
Excluding Metallica and Iron Maiden.
Because Metallica's favorite album of mine is Ride the Lightning.
Right.
So excluding them, what's my favorite Sophomore album? This is a good question.
Take time to think about it.
You know what? My mind automatically went to Peace Cells.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a great answer. Yeah.
The jazz on that record with Nick Menza.
That's actually probably one of the greatest solo albums of all time.
Wow. I'm trying to think of another one. I mean...
Because that's an easy one first to come to mind. See, I'll go ahead and go while you're thinking of it.
Okay.
To me, the first thing that popped to mind was Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Because really, when you just consider, I love the first Black Sabbath album to death, but when you just consider the jump to Paranoid.
Yeah.
Dude, that was just every song on that album is like a greatest hits.
Yeah.
I
can agree with that.
It had everything on it. So, it may not be it's got to be the best Sophomore album effort that I can personally think of. But Peace Cells is not a bad one.
Peace Cells or it's not really metal, but it's definitely hard rock. GNR Lies, Guns N' Roses' second record. I think that's a really special record because half of it's acoustic and the other half is live.
I kind of thought you were just going to say Van Halen too.
I was thinking Van Halen too, actually.
I thought you were going to say that.
I was thinking Van Halen too, but so I give it a GNR Lies actually because that's never been done before. Half acoustic, half a live record. Nice Boys Don't Play Rock and Roll. They cover Mama Ken by Aerosmith, and they do an acoustic version of You're Crazy, which is off their first record, Appetite. So GNR Lies, man, that's a really good record, and the lyrics are dark. Used to love her. Besides Patience and shit like that, but Reckless Life. That's good shit. I gotta say GNR Lies, but then when you go back to Peace Cells, Wake Up Dead. I remember I didn't like Wake Up Dead.
Man, I love Wake Up Dead. I remember Dave Mustaine back in the day. He was saying that he regretted actually that song because he nowadays, in hindsight, he wishes that he could have just broken up the song into 4 different songs because it has so many awesome riffs in it. But I will agree that the lyrics. I will say the lyrics are pretty stupid.
Yeah, that's what drove me away. Sneaking in my own house. It's 4 in the morning. And even made Lemmy fall down.
Yeah, about saving Lemmy's.
God. But you know what? The Conjuring.
Yeah.
And the title track.
Yep.
And Devil's Island, which we've heard so many times. We just say, Devil's Island.
Yep. And even Bad Omen's really good.
Bad Omen's great.
Yeah, Bad Omen's a really good song, too. Really, the whole album's great now.
What's some other Sophomore rap? Van Halen 2's got Beautiful Girls on it. I love that song. I love that. That record's good. Talking about sophomore record. Slayer.
Was it their South was
Hell Awaits?
Hell Awaits, yeah.
That was their second album, right? Because Black Magic was their first, right?
No, it was Show No Mercy.
Show No Mercy. That's what. Yeah, Show No, which had Black Magic on it, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Show No Mercy. So Hell Awaits. I mean.
Yeah. Oh man. And Slayer, I'm thinking of their first album now, Die by the Sword. Oh, it's a good album. It's a good song.
That is a good song. And what a good question. That's a good.
Yeah. Yeah. Good sophomore album.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess technically the first record, their second record was the Live Undead.
This stuff is still really burning my mouth.
Oh, my lips are burning.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. Yeah. I have chapstick in my pocket, but I refuse to use it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good though. You know, I put it on a spaghetti one time, and it was good.
Yeah.
I mean.
But thanks for the Hurt and Poops condolences.
Yeah, condolences. We wish we could go see your show. We really want to go see it. Please, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to our. You're gonna hold him close. Just keeps falling. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Metal4Metal. Of course, as I mentioned before, our website is up. Our Patreon account is up. We'd really appreciate $1 or $2.
Oh, we really need a new mic.
We need a new mic. I'm not gonna lie to you. And don't forget to check out our latest video of our new segment with Jason Willis. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun filming it too. And I think
it was cool.
He said he did too, and which I was really down for.
Yeah, he's a well-spoken guy.
Yeah. Also, keep your eyes out for a solo video with Dennis Parker here with the Metal4Metal Book of the Month Club. We're really excited to bring you that as well.
Yeah, just the thing is I got to read the damn book first. I got to finish reading.
On the table.
He doesn't mind.
Okay.
Do you think?
I think he does.
He might mind. I'm sorry, Lemmy.
He might.
It's actually a good book. I'm on like chapter 5 now, and I don't want to give anything away.
The Tony Iommi book, right?
Yeah, the first one's going to be is Tony Iommi Iron Man. And it's his like official autobiography that he.
If I give you Dave Mustaine's book, because I have it. If I give you Dave Mustaine's book, would you do it?
That'll be the second one. Yeah, I'm glad you told me you had that book because I was gonna buy it. So actually, I might just buy it anyway. Fuck it.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's gonna be my new goal for a while is to just try and at least once a month just read a good book about heavy metal. Because that's really the best way you're gonna learn.
Most definitely, man. Like the internet's great and all, but it doesn't have some of the stories. It doesn't get
into detail like even
the books.
Even just the prologue to the Tony Iommi book was just chock full of information that I had never known before. Like it was really cool. So I'm really getting excited to finally get
well, we are very excited to bring you all this new content. Thank you guys so much for your support. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Keep asking the questions too. We appreciate all your comments, positive or negative. Bring it to us. We don't even care.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to us because we're going to read them and enjoy them anyway because we appreciate you guys.
We're just happy you're watching us hating us. That's fine.
I'll take it, man. Hey,
we'll take
it. I've been called worse by better people.
Right.
And I tell you what, Metal4Metal Universe is here to stay. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next week.